And how's it going, everyone? Wow, okay, let's see here. What was that, a host? Kind of missed the whatever that notification is. I'm happy to see that they're still working, apparently. I think I got the donation link fixed. I don't know. We'll see. Better late than never, I suppose. Only, what, 45 minutes late? Yeah. But I certainly wasn't expecting the patch 1 or 201 to go live this morning, so literally had like 2.5 hours basically to get it done. It's uploading right now and should go live, what, in 7 minutes? Well, okay, it's uploading, it'll be done in 7 minutes, and yeah, I'll still have to process, but so yeah, very interesting pre-stream kind of scramble there. Don't have the hugest idea of what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do some building, basically because I haven't had enough time to catch up on the shop play stuff. I did a little bit of farming, but yeah, just not enough to really do a whole lot. And I am going to give a word of warning. I mean, basically, the reason I'm not caught up on that is because I'm in the middle of helping a family member move, which actually kind of affects my office in a strange roundabout way. So yeah, I've been super busy, and so far I'm keeping up with everything, but next week's videos will be kind of interesting. So let's see here. Oh, okay. How's it going, Combite? And lots of people saying hello. Very happy to be here. And yeah, let's so I have a number of things as far as building that I'm kind of way behind on. I could work on my shop in Aquatopia, and then I also have the Portal Seeker hub on, was it Alcyon? Something like that, Akion. And yeah, I don't know this. Let's see here. So yeah, if you're not familiar... Oh, did that knock them back? Really? Oh, it does! Whoops. So yeah, they added kind of like an all-in-one healing boon like of awesomeness. So instead of having the 4 different effects on the special gum, now it's just world regeneration and support. In the support boon, it ranks up to like rank 3. So first rank, it heals. Second rank, it heals and restores stamina. And then third rank, it does everything: cleansing, health, stamina. So it's a lot easier to get a support bomb, and you can have it all in one bomb. So I mean, I was literally putting like 3 or 4 bombs on my action bar if I was trying to heal for hunts for all the different things. So oh, nice. What are you setting up, Combite? And so yeah, there's that. Unfortunately, there's still like the lag issue of like if I try to hit, he's going really way too fast. I'm never going to hit him. But yeah, if you're hitting a moving target, it still kind of undoes. Oh, thanks for the follow there. What was that? Oh no, I didn't quite catch that name. Messing with Streamlabs. CSS alerts. It's a tedious thing to do. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure what CSS is, but at least the was it Streamlabs ones that I'm using, they're not horrible, but I just haven't had the time to sit down and properly set it all up. So but they're pretty awesome. And oh yeah, I was heading essentially home. I'm not that familiar with this area. Who is it that owns this? I think it's either Lawrise or Hashmalash. There we go. I don't know why I get those two mixed up. Yeah, I'm supposed to make a video of this place, but he wants to give me a tour and he hasn't gotten back to me about it, so I need to follow up on that. Thanks for the follow, DX something with a P. I think I need to make that bigger so I can actually read that. Drag that window. There we go. Make that a little bit bigger. So, yeah, Hashmalash. And, so yeah, okay, I got my totem, and the portal is, I think, over here. At least it used to be. Sorry, I'm going around in circles just a little bit. Still recovering from the scramble, I guess. Well, this isn't Portal Seekers. think they moved it over here somewhere. Wow. Just a little bit craziness going on here, I guess. Well, I know I am uploading and I'm streaming, and that is a crazy location of just how built up everything is. So, hey, what were those bombs I saw you throwing earlier on? Oh, okay, so those were energy regeneration bombs, Ovis, and I was trying to test and see. They mentioned like if the proximity explosion is triggered by creatures, that it'll properly damage the creatures. Now, apparently there is a chance for it to not damage the creatures, and I thought that was going to fix the issues with healing bombs, because if you're trying to hit somebody like a moving target or a moving player, it'll look like it hits, and then a few moments later it like undoes it, because I guess from the server's perspective, the bomb blew up several moments or several meters behind the player because of latency and all of that, and it undoes it. So unfortunately, it's not fixed. So it was a little bit disappointing. But considering everything is like all wrapped into one bomb now, that is still a huge quality of life for healers. So, hey, Electric Ninja, how's it going? And that one, cascading. Oh, cascading style sheets. Ooh, that sounds interesting. I'll have to look into that. I'm like, for as long as I've been doing this, you think I'd be more familiar with all this stuff. But yeah, still learning pretty much every time I make a video. Constantly trying to improve. Let's see here. So if I'm going to work on the shop, I'm going to need, what, chisels, gleam, and I think that's the main thing. Let's see here. Ah, I see. Yeah, I noticed the miss on creatures. Why I didn't use bombs. Really glad they're getting on that. Yeah, so I haven't used bombs as weapons all that much, mainly because I usually ended up breaking the terrain more than the creatures, but yeah, hopefully that is all fixed. Let's see here. Do I... Oh, where did I see that bomb? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Extractor of all places, I decided to dump a bomb, so we can actually test that out. See if I can find like a cuddle trunk or something that's running around. That's one thing I didn't get around to testing for the video. Oh, still uploading. There's a cuddle trunk. Oh, he turned. So yeah, he took damage from that. Okay, so I mean, won't really be able to tell until, like, they're really moving and you manage to predict their movement. And let's see here. Come on. See if I can get him to, like, I don't know, I guess chase after me? Well, yeah, seems to be working. So... like, in real life, you want to get money, go in a city. I love this realistic kind of life in this game. For beginners, build in Phenomena at a planet. Sun never shines. You get minimum 1.5 Ks, benefits a day. I made this 5 days ago and it works. No portal costs, and your shop really sells something. Okay. What do I do after having an extractor? So after you get an extractor, to craft more machines, you're probably going to need machine crafting, which, like, go over to your skills, see if I can hit the right button. And yeah, this machine crafting skill right here will unlock additional machine recipes, essentially, and you'll be able to make things like mixer, refinery, compactors, power coils. Of course, those will also require more advanced resources. I believe the mixer is still pretty basic, but the compactor and Everything else needs things like alloys and just more complicated stuff. Let's... Ooh, very nice. So we actually already have some gleam. And need to pick up, what, some bevel chisels. So is this... Okay, so those are just basic ones. Very nice. I have like a stack of changing chisels somewhere, so I didn't want to accidentally grab those. And what do we have here? Ooh. Here's, yeah, we can just take all of these precise chisels. And need to empty out some inventory. I'm sorry, like I said, I've been all morning scrambling to get the release video ready, so I'm not as well prepared as I would have liked to be. I did get a location set up for a shop though, and set up a number of dead drops. I don't know, I'm probably getting way paranoid about somebody figuring out where my shop is going to be for I guess I'm going to call it shop play. Woot, found the stream. Yeah, I wasn't trying to hide it. We are a little bit late, or I'm late, excuse me. You all aren't late, so gathering resources are great, but I'm looking for player-created experiences, mazes, games. Made a nice maze myself on Raxa. Ooh, very nice. Does okay, so Brian Anderson, so does the maze have any prizes, or that would be pretty awesome, but also kind of expensive, I suppose. It'll be interesting once they add contracts. Of course, we have no clue how the contracts are going to work, but you could somehow set up a contract where you get a reward for completing something like a maze. That would be interesting. Kind of like a little quest. And, well, that leather didn't go there, but let's put away these bombs. So a number of ways you could set up prizes. If you wanted to give away cash, you could set up a request basket to buy things at like basically a really ridiculous price. So I could set up like a request basket to buy bark at 1 million coins. I mean, I'm not saying you want to give away 1 million coins, but that way somebody could take something like a piece of sand and sell it to the request basket and get 1 million coins, or however many coins you want to reward them with. Or you could set up a shop stand to sell something either for free or really cheap. I believe there's, I don't think it's a bug, but if you set the price to 0, the item doesn't actually show up on the shop stand, but you could still actually buy it. So you could do like 1 coin and then it will show on the shop stand. But of course, then all the burden is on you to actually provide the prizes, which, you went to all that trouble to build a maze, and now what? You're just going to have to give away your stuff to make people want to come see it? I mean, but, so, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of why I was mentioning the contract system. If there's some way that you could make a contract that the game rewards the player instead of you having to fork over cash or resources. And don't know if you can hear my daughter in the background, but like I said, we're in the middle of moving, so the stream probably won't be as long as some of the more recent ones, and it will likely be more prone to interruptions, but I didn't want to just leave you all hanging after saying, oh yeah, I'm going to be streaming every Tuesday, if I can help it, at least. So keep looking. So I got hammers and gleam and chisels. That should be good. Yeah, but people are going to abuse it. Yeah, you can really only set up like 1 prize at a time. Otherwise, they're just gonna, first person that comes along is gonna take everything, or just come on a regular basis and clean you out unless you have I actually wanted to make a labyrinth type thing that, like, I could use locked doors to change it up and then hide prizes all over the place. But yeah, I never did get around to completing that project. YouTube just demands a little bit too much time to do huge projects like that, but it was a cool idea, at least. yeah. Should be good. Yeah, Don Giovanni is like, well, I appreciate taking the time to stream for us, even though you got your move going on, so... Yeah, it's not technically me moving, but my home is way too noisy to do YouTube type stuff. So I actually have my office set up over at a family member's home, and that's where I do all my YouTube stuff. And that's the person that's actually moving, so... And I don't know what I'm doing over here. So basically what I want to do is finish at least some of this chiseling. And I think on either side it's going to, basically it's going to mirror, so we'll probably just focus on either the front or the next level of this. So, and then of course I can mirror all this stuff later on my own time. So I guess let's just get up here, and all of this is going to be set kind of on a half block, so let's take a look how I did this. Yeah, so it's just in line with that wood. And that's probably good. I think it stays within the brick line there. Let's see here, TK Coyote. I am doing similar to a labyrinth. I planned on changing the maze every month, but still considering it. Yeah, that would be pretty awesome. And I guess you can look at it, it's like, okay, you're going to be giving things away, but if you can get like a really nice following, that's going to generate footfall, which will help you to essentially fund the prizes and continue development. So I guess that's one way to look at it, that you do stand the benefit. Even if you are giving away prizes, it's just finding that magical balance and attracting enough foot traffic, basically. Okay, so I'm going to be using primarily the bevel chisel for this, but before we can really start doing anything, we're going to have to chop this down to a half block. So we could actually use a stone chisel for this, but iron is same effect. So as long as I don't mess up, which I did on that block, but we'll fix it. There we go. And yeah, I think I messed up on another block, and I'll eventually have to switch over to my spec that has the precise chisel. But certainly at any time, if you all have something like you want explained or just want to see something in different in general different, if I can talk today, and yeah, just give me a holler. Okay, don't really need to worry about that piece for now, and let's get the debugging menu on, because that gives me at least a little bit more information of what exactly I'm looking at. It doesn't really matter what it's displaying. That down there, and now when I look at a block, you can see these kind of debugging, I don't know what you call those, guides or something, but it gives me some idea of what space that block is actually taking up, even though it's chiseled and it looks like it's not taking up very much space at all, or less than a block rather. So kind of a little, could be a help depending on your style, I guess. Hey, Twisted Foot, how's it going? Okay, so I guess the question is what the heck do we want to try to make this look like? This first level, I literally just, I don't know. I had no plan. I just started chiseling, and that's what I came up with is this first level right here. So we could continue with maybe this in the center and then something off to the side. It is a smaller space, so it's going to have to be different just by the nature of a different space or opening. So, ooh, what if we inverted the loop? That might be interesting. Okay, so let's see here. Here's the middle. Let's take our... I think I have one that's already damaged, don't I? Oh, I have two that are... so that one's not going to last very long. We can do... Oh, yeah. That's right. I still need to change specs. Fix that right quick. And yeah, this one. Ooh, I actually have 35 skill points. Let's pick up... Because the annoying thing about this spec is I can't damage blocks. Breaking blocks is painful, so I can go ahead and pick up max power in the damage epic. Let's pick up maybe 4 dexterity, and don't want to make too many changes that I have to do later on, so... And let's see here. What level am I? Well, I'm level 50, but let's see here. Judging by my skill sets, so this would put me, this one's completely filled out, so that would be level 75 plus 39 plus 18. Where's my calculator? I'm lazy. So 39 plus 18, that's 57. Divided by 4. So that would be 80, essentially level 90, roughly thereabouts. 10 times 50? No, not I'm not level 500, so that would be interesting and completely overkill. Let's see here. Oh yeah, so now I need to find my midpoint, so right here. And yeah, almost 100. And okay, so we're gonna make a loop at least for the time being. So we'll do that for the bottom, punch out the middle there, and yeah, punch that out as well. And if we're gonna truly invert it, okay, so we need kind of basically bunny rabbit ears. So that would be that right there, that right there. And there we go. So now we have our loop inverted. Let's see if that looks like anything. I'm not convinced. But I think we'll roll with it for the time being. It's kind of too early to really pass harsh judgment. Am I really not going to be able to get up there? Come on, no. There we go. Dope. Aha. Okay, so, yeah, I don't know. So let's just kind of follow whatever here. Let's see here, do I want to keep the tip there? Let's see here, so in order to do that, yeah, I don't really see a way to... Now it's really... That's gonna look like floppy bunny ears, okay. But again, let's just kind of roll with it and see what we can do here. Punch that out. Kind of thinking like maybe not really a scroll, but something to that vague effect. And yeah, okay, so we got a big 0, I guess. And that can probably just come out completely. And that looks a little harsh of an edge too, so. Let's see what kind of mess we have going on here. Oh, well, that might be something. I guess everything is something, but... And let's see here. So the next thing, how about something low coming up and over, maybe? So that would kind of have to come off from about there. Go ahead and chisel that off. Yeah, vaguely low, coming up high, and maybe coming back around. Let's do a horizontal. And yeah, let's do that. Have a little accent mark for no apparent reason. And we want to angle sharply down. Let's see here. Yeah, that's the block right there. Definitely want to angle here, though. Ooh. Maybe we could, like, leave a dot, maybe? Except the dot's gonna be... Do we have anything to really leave for one? I mean, I guess we could do a little sideways thing for now. And that needs to be part of that. There we go. Yeah, I think I don't know, who knows? That might work. And why not have it... Ooh, maybe we're onto something here. Oh, crap. Well, at least I have the full up buff. So I definitely do like this on the end. Yeah? I mean, it looks a little jaggedy right there. I'm not sure. Maybe we could do something to smooth that out. Let's see here. Let's get up a little bit higher. Yeah, I think maybe if I just rework this, I think I'll be happier with it. But and this kind of oval is, yeah, I think that works. There's certainly something high and coming down on this. I think that's right. Just maybe rework the loop. Hey Mozak, how's it going? Oh, let's see here. Grim Liberty, what, version 7 is now following? Very nice, thank you. I guess it's just V7, but I see a V and I think version. So if I don't want to loop there, I mean, what, maybe a cross? Or an X? I don't know, we can try that out. And, well, yeah, I don't think that'll do anything for that right there, but we'll see. Okay, well, I guess the problem with the cross is how is it going to connect with this? Ooh, okay, so instead of a cross, you can just kind of go down and then kind of Y out or X out or... Do that, and then could do something interesting with this block. What could we do with this? So that's at least a thought. Oh. I don't think that's gonna work. I could go ahead and do that though. And that would smooth out that harsh edge. Sorry, I can't really talk that great today. But yeah, now we're just repeating ovals. Which, you know, that might actually work. It's just I kind of wanted something a little bit more unique in the center. Version 7 works for me. I had to reinvent myself yet again to find work that keeps a roof over my head. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I guess it's a good time to check and see what's going on. So it looks like maybe the release 102. Yeah, I don't like that. I mean, it's not horrible, but the release 201 video theoretically is live now. Guess I could go ahead and add the in-scene stuff to that. Let's see here, video manager. Let that load up. And so what can we... Okay, so that's the middle right there. So I'd have to do another loop, and you know, so I'm going to have 4 loops in a row if I mirror each side. So yeah. This should be on Twitch. You know. So Snoop101 asks if this is on Twitch. Theoretically, it should be, but you never know with this stuff. Twitch TV. It says I'm streaming Boundless, so... Oh, yes, yeah, Grim Liberty is talking from Twitch, so there's that. And let's see here. So yeah, I definitely want to do something different there. Not nice. I thought I was going to get stuck on that lower ledge. I think that part is maybe fine. I don't know, let's get rid of that too. Guess we could just go ahead and copy the loop from below, and that way each level kind of has something in common to tie it all together. Mind blown. Snoop. Oh, that I'm streaming to both Twitch and YouTube, or... Sorry, I have a bit of a cough today for some reason, so I kind of mute the microphone and do my coughing business. So if you're wondering why I go quiet and the camera shakes, it's because of that. And let's see here. What was I? Oh yeah, I was gonna do. Let's punch out the hole there. Okay, Bloodraven, see you later. Thanks for dropping in. I'll switch to Twitch because YouTube sucks for this. Okay. How does YouTube suck for this? Just curious. And let's see here. So go ahead and chop that out. Of course, I'm going to have to probably rethink the connections there. It kind of already has connections at the bottom, so bring that out, and yeah, it was meant to be. And actually, that might not be bad just the way it is. I don't know. We'll have to see. Certainly that needs fixing right there. So much better. So what's going on with YouTube that it's a subpar experience to Twitch? Because I'm multi-streaming at the moment, mainly because I kind of want to experiment with Twitch, but then most of my audience is on YouTube, so it didn't make sense to stream only to Twitch. And so if there's certain pros and cons that I'm not aware of, that would be really helpful to know. Okay, so let's see here. So it's like we got the loop and it's almost parentheses, which I kind of like, but something, maybe I need to break that loop, or I feel like something's still not quite right here. Let's see here. Oh, nice. He's my partner on Ancient something or another. And I think I can call it, I don't know. I think that's not really directed at me. I use Twitch all the time, so better chat. I find I can then sub to you with my Prime, which is nice. Okay, so it's just you have better perks and like the layout for Twitch basically better. Yeah, break the loop. Okay. So, yeah, let's go play around with that. Ooh, okay, good to know. So you can watch YouTube but not Twitch. That kind of makes sense because, you know, there's lots of educational things on YouTube, whereas Twitch is, I don't know, surely there's somebody that streams other than just video games. But I imagine the workplace is like, oh, that's, you know, targeting video games directly. So I'm gonna break this loop. Where? Let's try that for now. Might be kind of interesting. I don't know. No. That just looks... I think that's gonna look weird. Of course, I guess that's all in the eye of the beholder, but right now I'm the beholder that matters, I suppose. And... Okay, I asked before, but I think it got missed. At Javita, do you recommend a crafter harvester build or a pure crafter build? I just started my second character. So a crafter will have enough skill points to dabble into something else. Generally, what I do is I'll like mix a crafter forger into one build. Because you basically need a, well, you need a dedicated forger for, yeah, so that just needs to come off completely. You'll need a dedicated build just for forging if you want to do the high level forging. And but I guess you could do a gatherer, but really the crafting skills are going to do nothing for the gatherer, and the gatherer is going to do nothing for the crafter. So instead of distracting that character with other things, I would say just go ahead and make like your crafter completely indoor, either have multiple crafting specs, because you can actually get multiple skill sets, and you know, one skill set is for crafting equipment and another skill set is for crafting food or weapons, and so it actually can be beneficial to split up your skill points even before you're level 50 on a crafter, whereas on almost every other character it would be nothing but a shortcoming. And okay, so that's one block. How's it going, Lord? Was it Ghost Sun Gaming? Very nice. Seen you on a hunt one time. You was swimming in front of me. Nice. Okay. Ooh, yeah, I think I'm really gonna like this. Kind of like these parenthesis thingies going on, and then that's coming down low and going high. Yeah, I think that's the winner. Interesting and good point. Would you then make the other more of a hunter-gatherer? So currently what I have set up is my main character is a miner, and then I have another skill set for hunting, and then a third skill set for what I'm doing right now, which is building and just random stuff. Certainly you could have separate characters for all of those things, or you could just wait a little bit and get it all on one character. But basically I have a below ground gatherer or miner, and then I have a surface gatherer that's for chopping trees and gathering surface resources, dirt, and the like. And it works really well because you can take things like control and was it the stealth epic or shadow step? So I'll just go ahead and show you. And so you can take like control right here, and what this does is it reduces the range at which creatures aggro to you. So having max control plus this shadow step epic right here will basically make it to where nothing bothers you. So I have a level 30 or 40 something character that can go to the tier 6 planets. He has no armor, no health. All he has is the stealth skills and things like axe and shovel mastery, the gathering epic down below, and he just gathers all of my surface resources. The control also increases the range at which you can hit blocks, so he can like literally stand on the ground, look up, and chop, you know, like the entire tree down without having to jump or grapple or really anything. And it works really well, and I think I really like that. So yeah, we got a winner there. Yeah, I made a stealth gatherer build, and I have a stealth hunter build coming up. It's gonna go live tomorrow, and I have another video going live later today because it was supposed to go live yesterday, and yeah, I'm moving. I forgot to make it go live, so. And annoyingly, I can't schedule videos or it breaks early access for Patreon, so it's kind of on me to remember to like press the button to make videos go live. Or I guess I could like double upload everything, but that's kind of annoying. I already double upload to Facebook and YouTube, so so yeah, now it's just a matter of mirroring this onto the other side. So I'll just do that on my own time. And why don't we work on a front here? Because yeah, this is going to be mirrored over here, down below is going to be mirrored over there, and then the front is going to be mirrored to the back. Or I guess I can make the front and back unique. I don't know. I guess it doesn't have to be mirrored. That just my OCD of wanting things to be symmetrical kind of, I don't know, that's my thought process there. I like symmetrical. How's it going, Ollie? Thank you for joining us. And I wonder where... Whoops, that's the wrong button. I wonder where this guy is. Yeah, it doesn't tell me where he's at. That's my stealth gather. I could actually go demonstrate just how crazy it is here in a little bit if you want an example, or you could just go watch the stealth gather video, I suppose. So for this one, I don't know, since it's the front of the building, but we have such limited space, I guess we'll just put some gleam down and see what happens. Okay, so got that. Let's see here. Let's bevel chisel this down. And again, you can use a square chisel for this, but I don't know. I didn't see one. I didn't think to grab it. It would technically be, I guess, cheaper, but then iron is not that big of a deal. So, not that big of a deal. See here, Lord Ghost Son. I have a lumberjack build with full no fall damage. His name is 27th. Was that Hokage? So how are you liking the no fall damage? I've never actually tried it just because it sounded kind of, I don't know, lackluster. But do you feel it makes a significant damage? There was actually, let's see here. There was a resistance for fall damage, and I think they scrapped that. Yeah, we just have falling armor now. There used to be falling armor and falling resistance, and I don't know, I guess nobody was taking it, or I think it only gave you like a 15 or 20% chance to avoid fall damage, which I guess if you're gonna die, it would save you, but I don't know, I don't like those odds. So we could do another loop, but I feel that's getting a little repetitive. This, yeah, that's my midline. We don't exactly have a whole lot of space here to work with. That might be interesting. Could do a loop on either end, but I'm not convinced of that either. Hey Javita, just wanted to ask you that how do you get blue energy bar, the blue energy bar on your health bar? So that is from, well, as you can see, there's kind of like sausage links right here. It's a little bit hard to see, I guess, just because I don't have very much HP, but so each green link is worth, I think it's like 500 to 600 HP. And so as my HP pool increases, I'll get more and more of these. And once you hit a certain threshold, it jumps over into the blue sausage links, which are then each link is worth more HP. And so just by having more hit points, you'll have different colors of bars. You can actually get, I believe, a purple health bar if you have like max vitality, which increases your health, as well as the health epic right here, which will multiply all of your health by 3 times, and then maybe eat like a food buff or something, and you can actually get a purple HP bar. Or at least you could do that in early access. They might have tweaked things around, who knows. Technical term, sausage links. Hey, that's how the devs explained it, so... Achvita, do you have to have characters for crafting, weapons, food, crafting? I mean, you don't have to. You could just make money and buy everything you need, but it really it's so easy. I guess that's the word I'm trying to think of here. It's so minimal effort to make just a basic crafter that can craft at least most of the basic stuff. If you want to craft the highest level of everything, then you will need multiple skill sets to achieve that, or multiple characters. But certainly just like use a cleanse point and flop these epics around. Like, for example, I could pick up this consumable epic along with all of the food skills, and I can craft the highest level foods. But as long as I have these tool skills up above, then I could just temporarily unlearn this consumable crafting, dump it over into gear crafting, and now I can craft all of the gym equipment. Once they add things more advanced like the blink, dark matter, and rift tools, that won't be enough. You'll have to pick up one of these down here as well. But that is one way to stretch what a single character can do without having to like fill out an entire skill set or level another character, so on and so forth. Oh, no problem. Anytime. Oh yeah, just saving up for the double jump perk. So I'm actually not a huge fan of the double jump perk, but I can see why people like it. It's really handy for getting over larger gaps. But I always found just that the jump height epic was, for my taste, plenty. But that was also an opinion formed back when like each skill was actually two skills. So you had like rank 1 of jump height and rank 2 of jump height and rank 1 of double jump, and then a follow-up rank of that. And it was a really large skill investment, but you also had a lot more skills points back then to play around with anyway. So but I mean, it's what, 5 skill points for 1 extra meter? Or is it? Yeah, it doesn't actually say. I think it's only 1 extra meter of height, which, that does, what, is it 4 or 5 meters you can jump up? Plus you can span greater distances horizontally, so definitely has its uses. Yeah, the high jump perk is amazing. Sadly, I never seem to have enough skill points to get it. It's just one of those quality of life things I can't seem to afford for myself. I think I'm just going to have to start hitting this thing because I'm not... I mean, I don't know. Let's follow with the theme and have kind of a loop, I guess. And just see... That's so little space to work with, though. So here, go ahead. I might regret that later, but... And really our only option is like, we could go horizontal up and then back around. Okay, so... I know I just said horizontal, but I have maybe like a... You probably won't be able to see that from the ground though, so... But maybe from the inside you'll be able to see it. And... Definitely want to do that. No, not really. I love the PvP in this game is called capitalism. So true. I think it's time for a drink of water. Okay. So that is a bit of conundrum. Well, I guess all the other ones I had to do that too, so... And you can do... yeah... Yeah, that's... So that might be something there. I think we're gonna have to figure out something different to put in the middle, but Let's take a look at this. Ooh, can I actually get up there? No. Maybe if I get off to the side. Not worth it. Ooh. I mean, it's not horrible, but it's not amazing either. Not coming back online today, mate. Okay. Yeah, I think we need to abandon this loop in favor for something different altogether. Really? You think so? I'm familiar with chisels. I still feel like a noob with them. I think the secret to chiseling is you just kind of go with it and just don't get too attached to the result, because you'll have something epic in mind of what you want to chisel, and then the chisel mechanics don't quite allow you to do that. But then you'll sort of get close, but then you won't be happy because you're not exact, or at least that's kind of my problem. So I just start chiseling away and try not to be too attached of what the end result is. So I guess whatever method to the madness works for you. But most of what I have learned about chiseling I've gained from looking at what other people chisel and then kind of reverse engineering. It's like, how the heck did they make that pattern? It's like, okay, that's a bevel and maybe that's a slope. That's one thing I'm really not good at, is mixing the different shapes. So you can make some pretty interesting stuff by mixing like slopes and bevels together, but it's pretty tricky to try to get it to happen in a constructive way, because a lot of times they'll just look really weird. It's like, well, he was trying to make something, but it's kind of all jaggedy, unless of course jaggedy is what you're going for. So, but should check out my base in the Aqua Hub on Finata sometime for chisel advice. Okay, is your in-game the same as YouTube, or let's see here, Mozax? Why gleam and not refined gleam? I like regular gleam because it, as you can see, it all blends in together into one larger texture. The refined gleam, each block is segmented off into its own block. And personally, I like the connected textures better. I feel like it flows together, and that's kind of what I was shooting for here, was something that really flows. So not only do I have a shape that's trying to flow, but the texture is sort of flowing. Or at least that's the vague idea behind all of it. Xerix? X? Yeah. I'm gonna guess that that X is supposed to be a Z sound. Zyrex? Yeah, that's probably closer, Zyrex. Okay. So what to do? I mean, I guess I could do something asymmetrical. I prefer it to be balanced, but... Is there any white stone? That... As far as a stone that actually says it's white, I don't think so. But there's some stone that comes pretty darn close. And it's this right over here. And let's see what color this actually is. Whoops. Helps to hit F1 first before trying to move the debugging menu. And so this is cool violet. So it's going to be a warm white, basically, if you're going to try to call this white at least. And certainly, depending on what gleam or lighting conditions you put with this, you can alter the appearance of this. So right now he's got this green stuff in the background, or maybe that's just the neighbor. But if you put something with a little bit of blue in there, it'll counteract that warm, or at least I think it will. I don't know. I mean, I have a piece of white gleam right now. So I don't know. I'm not the greatest when it comes to color theory. Maybe that like a mint green. That'll probably just make it look green. I don't know. And actually, I've seen something that's even probably closer on Gillis. I think it's the sedimentary stone there. Is also kind of like a nice off-white. Okay, Ovis Gaming is saying Ashen Blue is the closest I found to white. I tested like 20 colors. Cool Violet is on Aldor. So do you know where that Ashen Blue comes from? There's a forum post that might actually tell us that, but I don't know. I'm lazy. And somebody is laughing at Murph 1982. Did I miss something there? Oh, okay. So he was saying that the other, or Mozak, your chiseling looks like Chinese chisel mastercraft. Okay. I'll have to go check that out. Really? Does boundlesscrafting.com have the block colors? Or is that for something else? If you want a different rock type, theoretically you can take a changing chisel to change it from like sedimentary over into igneous or metamorphic, and that way you can get the different rocks and colors that they don't necessarily come in. There sort of is some exceptions. I don't know. There's some wood that I was using for the Portal Seeker hub on the Tier 6 Burn world that I was using a changing chisel, and it changed the color as well as the type for some reason. But I think they fixed that in 199, if I remember correctly. Okay, yeah, that would be awesome if you want to link that. Murph says he has a link. It's like an Excel list from the forums, so I'm sure, I mean, not only myself, but people in the chat here would probably love to see that. Yeah, somebody was asking me about, what was it? Oh, colors of sponge, and there was a list, but it didn't include the sponge colors, so I don't know why I decided to throw that random tidbit. If it's the same list, it might not list oddballs like sponge, but very nice, thank you. Yeah, Google Sheets. Okay. So this might still be worth something. Let's see here. I guess we could go with the kind of the cross idea again. Did I mess that up? I think I messed that up. What did I do there? I think I meant to hit that. No, yeah, I'm messing all sorts of things. Hey, what about some stacked V's? That might be interesting. And then, yeah, I could have it something like that. I don't know, it's only 2. Yeah, that might be worth something. See, I think that's the edge of that. Well, I think I like the basic idea of it. Just needs some refinement. Maybe if it just has a better point at the bottom. So, let's see here. Yeah, I mean, we could have a nice point, or we could have it going straight down, and going straight down is Eh. It's like I need a point on both sides or something. I don't think we have enough space to really execute that properly. It was an interesting idea. Come on, get up there. Boundlesscrafting.com/worlds minor something or another. Then we have a not sure what the YouTube link is all about. At Javita, where can I find one of your shops? Well, I'm at a shop right now. It's poorly stocked because I kind of stock once a week, and then by the end of the week it all sells out. So, but I do have Iron Fists up for sale here. This is in Aquatopia, which is on Beacon, and here is this ginormous sign right here. It's pretty hard to miss. And this is kind of their main hub area, I guess. So, I mean, well, yeah, it says Portal Hub right there. I also have one on, Betulia, right next to Sparta. And I'm so sad because my neighbor closed his portal, and that's how I got to my shop easily. And I thought there was a portal over here. Did it close? Yeah, I'm still learning how to... Handler. Yeah, I think it was that portal right there. Crap, it closed too? Wow, okay. Or was it over here? That's back in. Okay. Well, worst case scenario, you can come over here to the Portal Seeker hub. That takes us over to Feminorum, Marax. Whoops, not Marax. Where is it? This one. The Geo place. I need to actually look at it and figure out how to pronounce it. I'm just way too lazy at the moment. So yeah, there is Sparta, and I am just right over to the side. At least at one point I could grapple over there, but I'm probably gonna... Oh, I can actually make it. Ooh, and this shop actually has pies in stock. So it still has, what, 35 of these things? That's basically the main thing I sell. I also buy thermal core hopper trophies and wild stock trophies. They're what? Not purchases, price. So yeah, essentially 1,200, which costs me 1,300, but you all don't care about that. And I might need to increase the price on that. I'm kind of feeling out the market. I just kind of set prices, and if it sells too fast, I increase the price. If it doesn't sell fast enough, then I lower the price, and just kind of trial and error like that. So, let's see. I have to go to Beacon and show a little bit. I have 4K damage Iron Fist for sale for 5K. Ooh, nice. Cool block building there. I tried and did nothing. We'll try again soon. I think I missed a bunch of stuff. Can you use different chisels on the same block? So no, you cannot use this, different chisels on the same block, basically. Each chisel shape is like its own voxel, and they're just not compatible with each other. So that would be interesting, but I mean, chiseling can be mind-boggling as it is without being able to mix them together like that. Certainly you can put two different blocks with two different chisel effects on them together to make interesting stuff. Which that's kind of my Achilles heel right there, is I don't do that very well, or I just haven't really tried, I guess. But I've certainly seen some pretty awesome examples of where people have done that. At Javita, thanks so much for showing Pop's Caveland shop in your last stream. I went there and he was super helpful, sold me great tools. I went from poor 5K max to making 150 to 200,000 a day with his help. Very nice. It looks like you use... Okay, so you bring up a very good point there, is that certain shapes are compatible with each other. So to give you a good example here, the way you can mix chisels together is place down some blocks. And this works with both. See, this is an iron bevel chisel. And so all the bevel chisels are compatible with each other naturally because they're all bevel chisels. However, if you look here with a bevel chisel, if I hit it twice, I now have a half block. And you can make the same exact shape with a stone chisel. And so if you, and you make the same shape, it's the same shape, so then you can come along after using a square chisel, you can use a bevel chisel to refine it further, but as soon as you get past this half block, you can't mix and match any further. So basically, if you can make a half block, you can use whatever chisel you want to make the half block, and then you can use something else like your precise bevel chisel to refine it further, like so. So it's just kind of a little, ooh, thanks for the follow, Chance Dees. Okay, so we got a play forms boundless. What is that? Uploads default original. Oh, that is the rock chart. Very nice. Oh, thanks for dropping in, Mozax. Have a nice day. Oh, very nice. Thank you, Dan Thaser? Yeah, thanks for the subscription. Ooh, looks like my well-fed food fell off, or there's just some regular food, because we're not really running around all that much. Yay, I got it right for once. What a concept. Let's see here. So, we could sink that down even further and get a point on both sides, but I just don't think that's really going to work. But let's see here. Being a little stubborn, I guess. Still a stacked V, it's just not as tight as I would like it. Can I actually, yeah, so that block on top of there would be that block right here. Okay, what happens if we do that? Oops. Oh well. Yeah, I think we're just getting ready to remake what we kind of already had earlier, of a bunch of stacked V's that don't have points and it didn't look right. So the other option is now we just have an inverted loop, which we were trying to get away from a loop, so. Yeah, that is the one thing with chiseling is, at least this sort of chiseling, it kind of needs some space to spread out. So if you're trying to pack it in too tight of a spot, you're just gonna probably frustrate yourself. Okay. What if we... Well, that's really... So yeah, here's another example of mixing chisels. Is okay, I'd use the precise chisel to take those two corners, and it'd be actually more efficient to use the bevel to take out two corners at once. But... So... Oh no, I was thinking of bringing something up through the center, but again, it's not going to be able to go very far. Oops. Next. Whoops. Okay, I guess we can take a look at it from further back. Ooh, well, I don't know. It's something. So can't really see the detail down below. What about on the inside? Almost looks like I'm trying to make a W. Which wouldn't be half bad if my name started with a W, but it doesn't. What if I tried to chisel a J? Yeah, I guess I could just keep my chisel deployed, or not chisel, grapple. Except now I need my gleam, which is on the other hand. Okay, so a J. So we could do one without a crossbar. Might not have enough room to do that, so we can just start with... I don't know what I could do. That's going to be a really crazy crossbar. And let's see here. Go ahead and... Whoops. Yeah, that's not... You can go ahead and do that, I guess. I mean, I guess you can call that a J. I don't... It's not enough room. That was an amusing notion, I suppose. Ooh, okay. I just had an idea of kind of like go with the flowy and almost kind of like, I don't know, the little, you'll see it in like illustrations where they're simulating wind, like little swirls, and just go ahead instead of trying to make it symmetrical, just like going off the one side, kind of have like some swooping, swirly something or another, which is, it's a, I'm amusing myself because I'm talking with my hand. Like you all can see how I'm swooshing my hand around in midair, so sorry. Maybe I should get a webcam at some point so you can actually see some of that craziness, but somebody saluting at me? I don't see anybody. Oh, there he is. Okay, so maybe... Whoops, wrong chisel. So I messed up over here too, yeah. How's it going? Is that mortuary? Mortuary, yeah, that's my first guess at least. Oh, keep up the great vids, man. Thanks. Yeah, thanks for joining the stream. We're just, I mean, at any time you can request anything if building kind of bores you or if you just have questions in general. And for the time being, we've just been kind of working on the shop here in Aquatopia and making some decent progress. This particular spot, it's so small, it's kind of kicking my butt a little bit. Just because I was trying to make it kind of symmetrical, but there's just not really enough space to have the level of detail that I would like to put into it. So now I'm gonna maybe try to come up with something a little more asymmetrical. So let's come down from below. Let's see here. Yeah, maybe cancel that. And go flat for a little bit, come up a little bit. Yeah, there may not be enough room for this either. I'm kind of thinking he's like maybe like come up low and then like I don't know, swirling. Yeah, that's not gonna. I'm at least not happy with the direction it's currently going. We'll just leave it at that. Yeah, that's like I'm just swinging to see what happens here. We were kind of getting a grid pattern here. Let's go ahead and chop that off to break it up a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. That just looks weird. For some reason it reminds me of some weird alien, but can't quite put my finger on anything in particular. I really need to work. I'm watching you more than I'm working. Not good. But thank you for the informative chisel work. This video, like this video, peeps, and follow him. I will be awesome. So yeah. Yeah, thanks for dropping in, and sorry I'm disrupting your workflow there. Okay, so How's it going? Let's see here. Avail? Okay, so Mortuary has a question regarding plots, so shoot. Okay, so can my alt in his plots... Oh, okay, so can my alt add his plots to the plots of my main without having a beacon in the area? So, no. If you want to use plots from multiple characters to essentially build one building, each character has to have their own beacon. So, yeah, you can't just somehow add plots to somebody else's build, even if it is your own character. Do I ever play on PS4? I do not own the PS4 version of Boundless. At some point, I'm going to have to break down and actually get it, but the main thing that stops me, at least currently, is that I can't play my PC characters on PS4. So while there is cross-platform compatibility, your characters are locked to the platform where they were created. So if I started playing on PS4, I would literally have to start all over on building a set of characters that can actually do things. And not a very appealing prospect, to be honest. Not to mention I can just plug in a PS4 controller into the PC and it's essentially the same experience-ish. Yeah, I'm not saying anything bad about the PS4 version, just that I've already invested in getting set up on the PC side of things, and I don't want to repeat all of that work necessarily. Right, yeah, you can use the same account, but you can't play the same characters on both platforms. It was some sort of limitation in order to allow for the cross-platform play between PC and PS4, is that the characters had to be platform locked. Why that is, I have no clue, but it was a limitation the devs just had to accept. True. Yes, I could friend. Well, I mean, my characters would automatically friend each other, but I could add my PS4 characters to the beacon of my PC beacon and still access all of my stuff. I just have to re-level characters, which wouldn't be that big of a deal. It's just, I'd have to actually get it and do it, and I'm usually too busy making videos. Oh. So Justin saying they had to make it so you wouldn't leave PS4 and go to PC without losing something. So I guess you got a point there. Kind of once you're invested in one platform, you're not necessarily going to want to jump ship and go to the other one, not without some measure of sacrifice. So I don't know if that's the true intent behind it, but it certainly sounds plausible. I keep messing up on that. I want to make a cross. That's how we ended up the whole, 9 yards of trying to do the stacked V's. Excuse me. Okay, so it's going to be... There's my block. I need to hit there. There we go. So we can go ahead. We could. Well, now we got our inverted loop, so I don't want to loop. Break that up. I have little choice but to go immediately up. It'd be nice if I could go horizontal a little bit further, but you know, it's just too small of a space. And what if we had a little doogie? I think I'll do that for now. I think that's... Oh? Isn't that what we did down below? I think it is. So like, not that one, but this one. Oh, it's similar? It had room for a horizontal piece, but it's kind of the same general idea, I suppose. Really? I'm on the wrong... There we go. It's gonna look like eyeballs. Oh my goodness. So, I mean, we could break it up right there. You know, I'm not convinced about what's trying to be the pupil. Yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit sad. I don't really necessarily play Boundless. I kind of more work Boundless. Because if I'm not actually recording or working on a video, I'm generally doing something that's in preparation of making a video. So, do that. So yeah, and now we have eyeballs. I mean, it's not horrible. It's not exactly amazing either. Like an Xbox new logo or something. Yeah, kinda. An Xbox with funny loopy ears. I don't know. That's interesting. Like loop, loop, X. Even have trying to be... I don't know. It's alive? What? Is that what you're trying to say there? A-life? Hey, Chavita at work right now, so I can't stay long. Just wanted to stop by and say hi. Well, thanks for stopping by, Green Thumb Gaming. That silly, silly work. Down Sith and month and it can speak? Okay. It's a crappy pretzel shop. Yeah, there you go. So. Okay. I thought about leaving that off by itself, but then it's going to take a chunk out of this diagonal, whatever you want to call that, there. So what if... Yeah, we could kind of go with a more asymmetrical approach. Maybe get rid of that mode. That was probably a mistake. Hey Javita, do you do this? Do you do this for a living as YouTuber? I guess that's what you're trying to say. That would be awesome, but I really don't make any money at the moment. I do make some money off of Patreon, but certainly not enough to actually live off of. So, you know, coming into making content for games like this and YouTube and Twitch, my first priority was just to have fun doing it. And if it turns into something that actually supports itself, that would be amazing. but certainly the longevity of being able to do this long term is dependent on me actually enjoying this, because yeah, I've been doing this for what, nearly 2 years, and not really making a whole lot off of it. Probably I could have done things like branch out into other games to maybe make it more sustainable, but I'm just a little too obsessed with Boundless to do that, apparently. I've certainly had intentions of branching out and doing other games, but just haven't been successful doing that just yet. Yeah, I haven't looked into any of that. I need to, as far as like being an affiliate with Twitch. Um, I've just recently, or I guess maybe for about a month now, I've been streaming on Tuesdays, and so I'm still really new to Twitch and kind of learning it, and so I'm not really 100% sure how invested I want to get into that platform, but it's looking like it's being pretty successful so far. And certainly if I expanded this and streamed on more than just 1 day a week, I could probably actually do pretty well on Twitch. So yeah, this window is not my friend today. You stream like a boss. Oh, thank you. I really haven't watched any other streamers. I don't know. Streaming has never made a whole lot of sense to me, other than it saves me a lot of work in as far as editing. So that's kind of at least the attractive qualities of streaming to me, is that I just sit down and do it, and then I don't have to worry about editing it later. And certainly interacting with my audience is pretty amazing, I have to say. I mean, it scared the crap out of me at first, like, just, I don't know, self-conscious, I guess. But it's been really fun, so. But yeah, I have, like, I don't really have anything else to compare streaming to, like preconceived conceptions of watching other people's streams, like, oh, that's what they do. It's like, no, I just made it up, basically. Like, let's get in here, talk, and maybe people will like it, I guess. I hope you continue to love playing this game. I need your videos. Well, if I was going to get tired of playing this game, I think it would have happened somewhere before I got 3,104 hours of playtime. So I don't know what they could do to this game to make me not want to play it. I guess they could just kill it. I mean, but short of something drastic like that, of just making it unplayable, I don't see myself discontinuing to cover Boundless anytime soon. Let's see here. Michael Brown, Sup Chavita. I live down the road from you on Batulia. Check out our stuff at Blood Karma Shopping. Oh, okay. Just down the road. Okay, so you're out by Whispering Grove for my settlement, or it's really just my home. Let's see here. What would that be? North. So that would be. Are you off west or east? Because there's people on either side of me, and I just kind of know they're there. I haven't really checked them out, so. You're like a boundless god. Oh, we got a visitor. Who is that? A Veil Gatherer? Okay. Oh, thank you very much for the follow. Casso Knight? Casso Knight? I'm gonna roll with that. Also, I sometimes record the stuff I'm streaming to make speed up build videos or stuff. Oh, that's a good idea. Combat says he feels the same way, but now I'm not sure what he's talking about. If you would see my streams, then you know you're already doing it better. Okay, if you say so. So yeah, this window. This erase. Really? I just took out a section of the good part. Yep, I love your builds, and it's the Sky Mall in the Sky. Oh, the Sky Mall. Oh, you're the Sky stuff. Yeah, I've noticed that there was something up in the sky. I just haven't figured out how to get up there and... Oops, where did my gleam go? Let's see here. So... Looks like it was going diagonal. And then, yeah, that was just kind of floating. There we go. All back to normal. Your content has made me get the game. Your videos are a very good source of help. Keep them coming. Oh, yeah. Happy you're finding them helpful. Yeah, I've told this story, like, it feels like 100 times already, but when I was very first playing Boundless, there was no tutorial, and I took what was then called a crucible in a fire pit, and I was like, oh cool, I'm gonna cook and like brew stuff. And so I set the crucible down and I set the fire pit on the other side of my building, and they did nothing. I literally had to go look at what other people were building. And it's like, well, everybody seems to be stacking the crucible on top of the fire pits. Maybe they're onto something there. And yeah, that's how you made a furnace, except it wasn't called a furnace at the time. So that was kind of my inspiration of like, there really needs to be some videos or guides or something for this. And let's see here. It also has a portal to the museum. Got to give that guy a shout out. Okay, I like museums. This is Cool Blue Gleam. It's found on Betulia. Let's see here. Yeah, Cool Blue. It's widely accepted to be the closest thing to white to my knowledge. Unless there's some new planet that has a new color that I'm not aware of, which is very possible. So yeah. Yeah, I figured like the red and then the white, or the closest I can get to white, would be a really nice contrast and look nice at night as well. So. So the X was interesting. I don't know how to do it without making it look like eyeballs. So what if... And what if we just... Well, that's going to look like eyeballs too, but whatever. I don't know. I want to do that. So that's... Oh, I need to chop it down to half blocks first. Oh, messed that up. What? Kata 1 has... Isn't Kata a homeworld though? So Lord Gosun says on Kata 1 you can find Cool Blue Gleam. I could have sworn Kata was a homeworld, but I don't know. I'll have to go check that out at some point. Yeah, see, level 3 worlds are supposed to be, or stereotypically, the only worlds, well, like 3 and up have Gleam. The home worlds generally don't have Gleam, but I suppose there's an exception to every rule. That's pretty awesome if there's a home world with Gleam on it. I mean, you are talking about... Yeah, let's pull up the portal map. That's a good point. As soon as I remember, where is it? And Portal Seekers, let's go over to desktop so you can actually see what I'm doing. Portal network, ends, portal map. Open original so we can see it with a bit of resolution. So, Kata 1. Yeah, level 2 world. Entity, okay, so I guess that's what the little square is. It's that, yeah, Gleam. That is crazy. Oh, and Marix has Gleam too? That is really... That's a level 3. Any other level 1s with Gleam? Learn something new every day. So that's kind of like, ah, oh, darn, I didn't get Marix or Kata as a starter planet. It's like, now they're highly desirable places to actually start on, because getting a Gleam early on in the game is, it's like, why even use a torch if you can get a hold of a piece of Gleam quickly, because it works underwater, it's pretty bright. I think it's even brighter than the regular torches, if I'm not mistaken. So let's go back over to the game. There we go. So pretty crazy. I wonder, I mean, those are newer planets, so maybe they just tweaked the formula to add in some Gleam for no apparent reason, I guess. I don't know why I'm starting with that. I was going to start somewhere else. Let's do that. How about a straight piece? Do a diagonal. Try to do another straight piece. How about a thing in the middle there? Whoop. Crap. What'd I mess up? Oh, I undid my little thing in the middle. Okay. That's not... Oh, there he is. Best 30 coins I've spent. Okay, what I missed that when I made my first character, first building I came across had Gleam sale shop right out front. Very nice. Yeah, as soon as I made it to Betulia, that was my first planet after my homeworld, which was, what was it, Feminorum? And yeah, I found a piece of Gleam, and that I used that, and basically until I got the Light Epic. I haven't really used gem torches just because the glare effect from them is far too annoying for my taste. And apparently Gleam lanterns are a little bit brighter than just regular Gleam. So if you wanted a little bit of an upgrade from just a plain piece of Gleam, that's a decent option. I don't know if Refined really has any measurable difference, though. So Michael Brown says you're a boundless boss. Thanks for all the videos. No problem. So Avail is asking, can I sell any cheap advanced refinery coils? Basically, I don't have the time to gather the stuff to make them. I mean, I have a few extras, but I'm in the process of actually trying to make more coils so I can take advantage of the spark reduction that you get from them. But I just don't have the time to go and do that much gathering on a consistent basis to actually sell them. So I apologize. Yeah, Arister saying that they haven't really noticed a difference between refined and lanterns. Oh, very nice. Michael Brown knows where you can get advanced coils for 15,500. Yeah, it's once the market gets saturated, because I mean, once you have your coils, they don't ever go away. At least they shouldn't. So it's not like they're going to wear out and you have to replace them. Of course, you might want to expand your shop at some point. It's just, you know, everybody's like, need all the coils you can get. There we go. Got that back. And what do I want to do here? Guess just go ahead and do that for now. Now we're really going to have eyeballs. I have high hopes for this one. Like, maybe it'll work. My OCD will let it. I guess definitely want to do, maybe just come straight down with this. It's going to have a harsh edge there. We can just go ahead and do that. Yeah, I want to avoid that trap. I feel it slipping away from me. So a Veil Gatherer saying I could make a heart. I don't know. I guess it is an option. Yeah. The CQ logo isn't a crazy idea either? Oh, I inadvertently made. I guess it's sort of a G. I don't know. Yeah. So I don't like that little piece. Thought it'd be interesting to try it, but oh yeah, so Combine is saying also wouldn't recommend allowing yourself or others to get between a power coil and its connected machine, because not only can it kill someone, but it also does some damage to the coils. So Ollie is saying, hey Javita, sorry to keep annoying you, but where can I find diamonds for a low-level player? So starting off, I would say Serpent Serendi, which is a tier 5 world. You'll need 3 points into, was it Volatile Protection, which is this right here under Exploration. That'll allow you to actually see what's going on and not suffocate to death, so it's very handy. And diamonds like to be under mountains really, really deep. So basically find any old mountain, bigger usually equals better, and go down to, I like to do like elevation 6 or 10, somewhere around in there, but you kind of have a range to play with, basically from 0 to, I think they can technically spawn as high as 30, but at that height, they're going to be pretty rare. So Lower generally means a higher density, but certainly you can find them a little bit higher. And I also made a pretty in-depth video about how to find diamonds on that very planet. And I believe it's just called How to Find Diamonds, basically. So Artist Sturge Vita, one small question for you. Said in your videos that the different gems used in coils also require a spanner made for the... Okay, so the original idea for power coils is that you would have to use the corresponding gem spanner to repair, and it was like that for a time, but then they undid it. So now you can use any spanner to repair a power coil. However, if you do use the matching spanner, it does double what the toolpick says. So you get double repair for using a diamond spanner on both the workbench and the workbench power coil. So personally, I don't think it's really worth it to make an entire set of gem spanners. However, if you like intensively use one machine, you might consider making a spanner for that machine and just use it to repair basically everything, or at least the coils. Some of the machines simply don't have enough durability to really warrant a gem spanner. So Vale is saying tier 5 is actually the best bet for getting diamonds and lamellas. Actually, I don't see why anyone would want to go to a tier 6 world. I find that tier 5 worlds have the same thing, but less dangerous. So they definitely are less dangerous. However, if you're going for something like Sapphire or Topaz, tier 6 planets, you get 3 gems for every vein instead of 2. So that's literally a 50% increase on the number of gems. And if you can mine at a similar speed, you can actually get a lot more gems in the same amount of time by going to a tier 6 world, as long as you can get them reliably. Certainly getting rubies on Alkion is a bit of a pain in the butt because of all the lava and where they favor being. But going to Cardass and getting Topaz is really, really nice, actually. And you can certainly use a changing gem chisel to change those Topaz into Sapphire. Okay. So I think I'm going to... Yeah. I don't know. It's like I want to finish this window, but it's kicking my butt here. So Dave Pop is saying you could make it so the top level gleam looks like it goes through the blocks and connects to the bottom level gleam. Like come down the center and connect to the bottom, or not 100% sure what you mean. So yeah, we only have one block in the middle to work with there. Be kind of cool if I could put something more interesting there, but not sure what that would be. Go ahead and... Oh? I think I just had an idea. Go ahead and do that for now, I guess. Hey, Maybe? I don't know. We'll see. Berg. Not like wow factor, but it's not horrible either. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking like maybe break something up there, but I don't really see. Oh, if I like had it come down and join into this, so it's like one continuous thing wrapping around. Kind of go around, dip down here. Maybe just like kind of like that. Can you revive me? What did you? So, if I had a revive augment, I would. I've never actually crafted one in live, so hmm. I don't. I can look over here and see if there's any for sale. I don't think Omni has any for sale. He kind of sells raw materials. That's kind of minerals and stuff over there. So, yeah, I don't know. This is kind of a dead shopping area. Yeah, I don't see very many revive augments for sale. Michael's saying, do you feel buying land on Boundless to be bad with all the free lands? Laugh out loud. I've thought about trying to get a prime shop in Aqua. So, feel buying land on Boundless to be bad. Are you talking about the potential feature that they're asking about on the forums of being able to essentially sell a beacon easily? Because, I mean, that would be amazing for builders because you could build something and then put the beacon up for sale, and I see that being a good thing. Where I have a problem where I think there's going to be issues or annoying issues is people, you know, a settlement pops up and then somebody comes in and throws down a whole bunch of plots and then tries to sell the empty land to the people that are building there, or just on a hunch that maybe later it'll be worth something to somebody. You know, that kind of already happens anyway. It's just with a system like that, I feel like it could be a bit excessive, but there's lots of different things you could maybe do to discourage that. My personal thought was, you know, if you want to plot near somebody, for each plot that you place, you have to pay a little tax and coin, and that tax could actually even go to the neighboring beacons. So it's, you know, because you're taking expansion area away from your neighbor, basically your neighbor is also benefiting from you plotting next to them. That's just kind of one potential solution. I'm not saying that's what they should do. That was just kind of the first thing that came to mind, is like just have some little extra amount of risk involved in trying to basically speculate on land values and just grabbing land willy-nilly because it doesn't cost you anything but plots, and as you level up you just get more and more plots. So I could see that being an issue. It's technically against the code of conduct to gobble up a whole bunch of land around somebody and to prevent them from expanding, but that's not really going to stop people from doing it. So yeah, it's something they were soliciting the Boundless community on the forums for kind of feedback if that's something they're even interested in. They themselves was like, well, we could do that, and then they started thinking of all the potential problems that go along with that, and it's like, whoa, let's just ask the community to see if they even want a feature like this, and it kind of really blew up. A lot of people are like, doom and gloom about it, and other people are like, oh, that would be amazing. And certainly for builders, like I said, it would be awesome. But for just grabbing up land and then trying to sell it empty to people, I see that being detrimental or at least annoying. So, oh yeah, I was gonna make like a continuous loop. Let's see here. I don't know if there's enough room to double back like that, but it might be interesting to try it out. Yeah, because I'd have to go like that. So basically it would have to curve up like that. Go ahead and get rid of that there. And then that can just be absorbed into that. So again, it's not earth-shattering, but I think it's interesting. Or we'll find out here in a second once I stop failing at grapples. It was an interesting idea, I guess. He just made a lay down 8. Yeah, pretty much. Michael Brown, by the way, I sell revive augments. Go through the PS hub system. Blue things. Okay. Just made a lay down 8, and I'm pretty sure you can fit it. Oh yeah, you could do an infinity sign. It's going to have the same problem as it's just going to look like eyes or something. Okay, Javita, here are my thoughts on it. Tell me what you think. You can sell a beacon without a prestige value above a certain level 2. Huh. Oh, you can't sell a beacon without a prestige level above a certain level 2. They need to add an option to report beacons that are just holding land for blocking other players and set a timer on them to build a certain level, or they're removed in a week or something like that. So there is a system in place where you can report a beacon. So yeah, that's certainly a potential solution to that problem. So I have a new idea. This time, making it look almost plant-like instead of loop-like. Oh yeah, I have a nice question. Do you use the default keys for the game, or do you customize your keyboard? That's a trick question. So, normally I would customize the keys heavily in a game, and for the longest time I did. However, I ran into issues with making tutorials that I was used to my key bindings and not the default key bindings, so I kind of have forced myself to learn the default key bindings just so I know what key to say when I'm saying, oh, press this button sort of thing. However, I also have a little extra kind of layer that allows me to do interesting things. It's something I made myself, so I can hit 1 through 5, and it switches through all of these keys. However, if I long press the same keys, it switches the same thing on my other hand. So it just takes a few seconds, or just a longer press than just a one press. So there's kind of that, and I do have a custom key. I think it's X. It switches to my grapple automatically, and if I long press X, then it brings out my other grapple, and that's why or the reason why it's set up like that is so I can have my sling bow and something else over here and very quickly get to my grapple and still have my sling bow over here. So I've customized, but not in the traditional manner. Yeah, there is an in-game way to report beacons. I think you can just... I don't know where this guy keeps his beacon. Where's a beacon? Here we go. Okay, so I can't do that, but support, report a beacon, report beacon, it automatically takes the coordinates. It's either where I'm standing. Yeah, so this is where I'm standing, and then you could put in the name, like if it's an inappropriate name for the beacon, or they've built something inappropriate, etc., etc. So if they could sell beacons, could there be a system to also... Yeah, lots of people have been wanting to rent beacons. Like somebody was wanting to build essentially an apartment building and rent out the flats and have them partially furnished, but then people couldn't like run away with the furnishings, and that would be interesting. I'm just not really sure why you would actually want to rent something like that. I guess if you want to live inside of a city and that's just your only option, I mean, I guess that's why most people rent, is they don't have options and they want to live a particular location. But I mean, that's kind of what portal hubs are all about, is you just buy a portal and then it doesn't matter where you live, you just use your portal to get to where you're going. Well, keep up the good stuff, Javita. I'm going to head out and do some of my own things. Hope you and everyone else have a great day. So thanks for dropping by, Combite. And yes, I am using an external script for those control macros. I actually use auto hotkeys, and it sometimes gets a bad rap, but if you don't use it to make bad things, then, it's a really amazing... I don't know if you really call it a program. I guess it is a program. But you just... kind of like a programming language, basically. Not that I'm a programmer, but that's about as close as I get to it. So... but certainly you could do a lot of the stuff that I do with auto hotkeys with like a gaming mouse and their macro makers, so... auto hotkey equals godly. Oh, hey James, how's it going? Yeah, the thing about auto hotkeys is that the burden is completely on you to do everything. So let's see here. Where's the button? Button, desktop. So yeah, this is kind of what my script looks like. If you wanted to pause and try to reverse engineer it, be my guest. Just don't, I don't know. You can ask me questions if you want, if you don't know what the heck is going on here. So... but certainly I recommend this Notepad++ if you don't have anything better than Notepad, at least. You could use something more fancy than this, I suppose, but this works pretty good for me and my level of understanding of how to do things. So if you don't mind writing out lines of code, it's an amazing program. Automation plus reg X, my kind of tool. Nice. Can't wait for to make it where the PS4 can upgrade from the base version to the deluxe version. I want to make my own gold fist. Oh, you can't do that? That's not great. I was delighted when I could change my primary hand to the right, from right to left. Yeah, yeah. I actually, I don't know. You could do that from at least when I started playing, but since I don't know, the right hand was the primary hand by default, I just kind of rolled with it, and now it's like it messes me up when I go to other games and I'm trying to like right click to do the primary actions, whereas, Boundless, that's just the way it is. Let's see here. How do I want to do this? This probably isn't going to work as well as I thought it was going to work. Yeah, it's not going to be tall enough. Unless maybe I could do it almost like a willow. Kind of go up and then let it all hang down. Hey, Vegeta? Okay. Where's the best place on Cardass to get Sapphire and Topaz Javita? So Topaz is going to be found up in the mountains around, I think it's like 120 and up, basically. It kind of depends on how high your mountain is, because somebody else was saying that it was basically cutting off the 150 range, and yet I found a mountain that was tall enough that I found all sorts of stuff. I was actually finding better stuff up at 150, whereas the information I was finding was suggesting that 140 and lower would probably be better. So kind of have to play around with it. You can find sapphires. Those are found a little bit lower, like 100s to 120, and they're supposed to be under hills, but you can find them in the mountains too. But certainly just mine for the topaz and then change them into sapphires would be your better option or bet. And Javita, sorry. Oh, yeah, Vegeta, that's somewhat similar, so it would be tall enough if you use the bottom opening for the tree trunk. Oh, like down there? Yeah. Okay. You can't really see that from down below, though. But let's go ahead. Yeah, angle down here. Let's see here a second. Could make it look like it's raining leaves, I guess. So let's see here. How about this side? And that's just, I think it's gonna have to do that. Yeah, I don't know about that. Let's try something a little bit different over here. Oh, okay, yeah, so yeah, I could do that down here, and hopefully I'm going to have a lot easier time filling this window, just by nature of it being bigger. So yeah, let's go ahead and work on this and then take a look at it. It'll be interesting. Yeah. I don't know, it was an interesting attempt. See, I was envisioning like being able to do more interesting things with the branches, like have multiple offshoots, but just like not enough room, I guess. Okay, so I see you're using a gold chisel. What are your thoughts on a silver chisel? Well, silver chisel is sloped, so I'm not going to be able to do as much detail in as tight of a space. So, I mean, I'll just give you an example, because I have a... So the silver chisel is going to do things that go all the way through the block, more or less. So you can make ramps, and even chisel it down to things like that. And I think that should be the smallest, yeah. You can also make some really interesting things like whatever you want to call that shape. And do it even in different orientations. But I would need even more space to use something like a silver chisel up there, so... Oh, hey, that's an interesting idea. So a veil saying, you know what, leave it like that. You can make it look like a fountain from the bottom to the top floor. Or like, oh, okay, so like maybe... Oh, okay, I see what you're saying now. I was envisioning like, okay, tree and it rains down even to the second level, but I see like you have water shooting up and then arcing down, and that's an interesting idea. I think I might kind of roll with that. Yeah. So Michael Brown, take it easy, keep up the good work, and stream more, by the way, anyway. Any way to donate to you? I do have a donation link. Last I checked, it was working, but it's in the description of both my Twitch and YouTube. And let's see here. See if it's working now. Like I got it ready last week and then it broke just as I started streaming, and then I checked and I fixed it, and I checked today and it was broken again. I was like, what? Why does this keep breaking? Dashboard. Oh, not dashboard. I need the other thing. Channel. And so yeah, under it says Javita and the kind of the boundless glyphs, and at the very last thing, or donate here, and it has the link. And it is working, and it even has my background, so... Of course, I have no clue if you can actually donate, but theoretically it's set up for donation. I guess I could actually show you what I'm looking at here. So, yeah. But here's Twitch. There's the donate button. And I guess there's a white theme to Twitch, so I also need to monkey around with these images so you can actually read them when you have a white background, because, yeah, you can't read it currently if you don't have the dark theme. So, the never-ending work, progress, not perfection, I guess. Javita, can I help you gather materials for your coils? Maybe we can help each other. I can't craft them. I have only a gather in my hunter, so I can gather items for you. Well, I mean, coils are almost exclusively made from materials that are mined. So it's lots of metals, lots of gems. I'm trying to think, surely there's something else, but... yeah, it's pretty much metal and gems. But you're welcome to private message me on Discord, and maybe we could work out something. Who knows? Kind of like a trade, I guess. But at any rate, I think I'm going to have to call it here. I really should be packing instead of streaming. But thank you all for having a sense of humor of being a little bit late today, but I did want to get that release video out, which reminds me I still need to check and make sure everything actually went okay with that video. And not to mention, at 2 o'clock, the How to Find Shimmering Orbs video should have gone live, so I need to check on that as well. But yeah, thank you all for dropping in and playing some Boundless with me. This was Javita. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more like this, or follow me on Twitch. And yeah, let me know if there's anything you didn't like down below in the comments. And if you really, really like my channel and want to get cool perks, check out my Patreon page. Until next time, peace. Oh, no problem, Michael. Oh, thank you for the subscription, Arrestor. No problem, Molly. Amazing video as always, a Veil Gather. That's just a little, okay, got the in-game text, got the restream text. Only 2, that's really not that bad. I guess I could mix in Discord if I really wanted to get things crazy. Oh, very nice, Stretchius. Thank you for the follow. If you're unfamiliar, Stretchius made, was it boundlesscrafting.com, like the most invaluable crafting resource there is in Boundless. It's crazy. Very invaluable tool. But, yeah. Okay.